morning, folks. Well, I said yesterday's video that we had some down corn. Also blew this tree down, about got it into my dad's house this morning. We're gonna drag it off his deck and we're gonna go shell some corn. All right, me and George just got over here to dump trucks this morning. But first, he's gonna help me fix my boo-boo. There's the door. You can see it a little better this morning. Whenever I pulled in like yesterday for the first load, this door was down about that much. Smokestack on the truck clipped it. This drive-through was built in the 70s and it really wasn't built for semis. It was built for small straight trucks. And you can see right there, there used to be a pole. Right there used to be a pole. When we first started driving trucks in here, you couldn't hardly pull in at all. I mean, it was, how tight was it, George? About half an inch on each side?
On the mirrors.
On the mirrors, there's only about half-inch clearance. Couldn't extend it up in the air though, so it's still pretty tight height-wise. Like, we can't buy a truck with a tall sleeper or anything like that, or it won't go in. But yeah, George is dumping the last truck we had from yesterday, and Dad's not here yet. His combine's probably about out of fuel, so I'm gonna go ahead and fuel it up for him. And then fog's just starting to burn off. Like I said, some of that corn is down there, so really and truly we'd like for the fodder to be a little drier. We'll probably run and get an early bite to eat, and then hopefully get started around 11 or 11:30 or so. All right, we got the combine fueling. Dad just got here, so he's probably gonna grease it up a little bit and finish fueling it. That combine holds, I think that one holds 210 gallons of fuel. It was pretty empty, so I don't know, it'll take a few minutes for him to get her all the way fueled up. George dumping this truck, and like I said, after I think we're gonna go eat something. See what George has got to say about the subject.
Get out of here.
One thing Dad mentioned last night when he was coming up out of the field, or last couple rounds, the CBUS quit working right. The CBUS is the monitor that all the settings in the combine run through, and said he didn't have any auto steer, and part of the display that shows like your fuel percentage and all that good stuff, it had quit working. So right now he's on the phone trying to figure out what's going on there.
Oh, okay. So is that in, like the CBUS?
Turns out there's nothing wrong with the CBUS. Dad just hit the wrong button once. He's been using a combine with the CBUS now for what did we say, like 15 years now? 13 years?
Learn something every day. Learn something every day.
All right, before we get started today, these are the row feelers. Going through corn, this is what steers the combine. You don't rely on GPS to steer the corn, you rely on these row feelers. It just feels, it senses when it's touching a corn stalk, and that's how it keeps you centered in the rows. Dad says this one, these feelers are too long and they keep getting stuck, so he's going to try to, what we're going to do, cut about 3 or 4 inches off of them. Anybody else having that kind of issue with their row feelers? If you would, let me know in the comments. Well guys, it's George's favorite segment of the day.
It's lunchtime.
It's lunchtime. George, you see the one guy commented whenever I was asking for potential names that he thought the channel should have been Brian's Farming and Feeding George videos.
Well, that sounds good to me.
Alright, finding our flags and everything. There's our plot we're getting ready to do. Looks like the first variety is going to be a DeKalb 6387, followed by Sea Consultants 1143, Pioneer 1197, Sea Consultants 1136, Channel 209, something, Seed Genetics 1118, Sea Consultants 1125, and Pioneer 1442. Alright guys, like I said before, we're doing that test plot today. We're going to try to use our field view climate to keep track of all this data. It is still off. It is not showing the correct yields yet, but we should still be able to see how they compare side by side. I mean, they're going to be off. It's going to be off the same percentage of bushels off across all the varieties. So even if it is off, we will still be able to see what variety does the best. And once we figure this information out, I will tell everybody what does the best. With it being so late and the amount of windstorms we've had, we're also going to know which one stands best in high winds and stress, I guess. So we've still got probably 10 acres before we get to the actual plot, but the first variety in the plot is this variety here. This is a DeKalb something 36. I can't remember what the actual variety number is. 6387. Typically, whenever we first start in the mornings, if we remember, we will do a calibration check. Dad just got a full 100% bin tank full, had the scales or the grain cart pull up beside him and dumps sitting still. We do that because sometimes your calibration will be off. His was off 10 bushel from last night, so definitely want to make sure we get that right before we start on this test plot. All right, guys, Dad's he's just about into that plot, so I'm gonna have a drone fly and see what the plot looks like from the air, and he should be in it in the next couple passes, I think. Instead of George cam today, we got a combine cam or bob cam, or whatever the heck you want to call it. He's got a camera with him, so it's hard to tell what kind of stuff we're going to hear from him today. Alright folks, since we're about out of space here, George is hauling to town right now and I'm hauling to the bins. By doing this, there's no line in town, so hopefully we can make sure we have enough space that we can get a decent amount of bushels done today. Alright guys, Dad should be 2 varieties into that plot now. He's got a camera in the cab of the combine. He's going to give you kind of a report as he's going through it of what he's seeing as far as how the stand's looking, what the quality of seed is, and all that kind of stuff. And then once we get done with the whole plot and I can see the yield data, I'll give you a report on what kind of yields we were seeing across the varieties. But this is all providing Dad figured out how to work the camera. I don't know, he called me earlier and said he was upside down in the camera, so kind of anxious to see what that footage looks like.
What the hell was upside down? Okay, now we're recording. Huh, folks? Brian wanted me to say something about this corn-in plot. We've got 2 passes and 48 rows. We're doing a DeKalb 6387 first. Pretty good corn. Down quite a bit. We've had a lot of wind. So right along here with me is Dan Fox. He's our seed rep, seed consultant. He's going to be impartial, I'm sure. As always. So we'll see what happens here. This is the last pass of this DeKalb variety. Okay, the next variety is the seed consultant variety of 11 AGT 43. Stands pretty good. Real good, really. The wind. Nice, healthy looking variety. Yield real good. 114 days, that what it is, Dan? Yes. 114 days. Okay, we're in the third variety, Pioneer 1197. It's good corn, place down maybe a little bit. right, Terry. Up 25. It's down. Decent yield. Moisture about 16. That wind, didn't like that wind. See, I don't see that or not, but it's down. No stress, it wasn't too bad. Going down up. Okay, there's the last variety. Pioneer number 1482. It's down some. Not a whole lot. Right through here, 20 here looks like. Here, 20 grams worth of water. Yield's not too awful bad, not the best.
Hey guys, tonight I thought I'd surprise the guys. This morning I brought George Foreman over and some steaks. We're eating steak for dinner. I'm tired of pizza, I'm tired of subs, I'm tired of hamburgers. We're eating steak. So right now all the trucks are dumped. I'm waiting on a load, so I'm cooking. Now that is a steak. In case you're wondering and you're local, this meat is bought from Alt Farms. They're around Chillicothe area. Last pack of steaks to cook. Naturally, I saved the best ones for myself.
Yeah, I think this last round, Brian called, said he's got the sirloins ready, so George was supposedly coming down to get us. So we gotta get up there and eat before them guys eat it all. Food's ready?
Yeah.
Hot damn!
Here's your steak.
Jeez! Holy cow! Jeez! God!
Don't bother me, Brian. I'm busy.
There's Pepsi. You want water? Some back in my truck.
No dad?
Yeah.
Was it better than that pizza?
Just a little bit, huh? It's got a whole hell of a lot better than pizza.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, the guys definitely enjoyed the food, that's for sure. Just one problem. They didn't clean up a darn thing.
Okay, we're done with the plot. And we can get something done now.
So guys, I wonder what it looks like down there at night. Looks like them guys are moving right along. Get dumping more trucks. Well, George just got back from the elevator, so he's going to hop into the grain cart. There's no third shift tonight. And Scott's going to go home. Scott lives about an hour from here, so he's got a little bit of a drive. Well, guys, I had asked Cody, I said, hey, you mind dumping this truck? I'm getting tired of sitting down here, so take one down the field and see what their status is, how much more they got to do. One thing we've been doing at night, in these big fields especially, when You're running the cart, and darn near get lost back there. You can't find the truck sometimes, so we've been leaving the marker lights on. Seems to help the cart guy a little bit. And George, he needs all the help he can get. I guess my field trip's over. Back to dumping trucks.
Well, I think we're about to wrap it up. Just got a couple more acres here. I'll be glad to get this damn corn done. Still feeding in pretty good. It's about a little after 10 o'clock. Not too tough, not much to do, not like last night. This is staying pretty good right through here, but there's strips of it down pretty bad.
I just dropped off Cody to bring the last truck up out of here. Ended up getting the field done after all, so that's good. I'll have to check with Dad, but heck, I think we did like 110 acres, like 23,000 bushel of corn today, something like that. So pretty good day for us.
Why not leave it on? Because it was dark in here and I was afraid of the buggers.
How many acres we end up doing today?
I don't know.
Well guys, that's going to be it for today. We ended up having a pretty productive day, but tomorrow there is a pretty high chance of rain. Until it does rain though, we're going to try to get some stuff accomplished. I started a field Friday and got rained out planting wheat in it. I'm going to try to get it in the ground before this rain settles in, because if we don't get it now, we probably won't be able to get it. After that, we'll come back over here and either going to run corn or beans, just depending on the weather. For all I know, we'll be getting rained out by then, but just have to wait and see. But thanks for watching. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Brian's Farming Videos, Twitter at Brian's Farming Videos, and Facebook at Brown Farms. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the morning.